what you see often is who you will become with very soon.
The advice I have for you young ones is that you must open your mind to receive advice.
When it comes to the creation of wealth, effort is the lowest form of results. At the top, collaboration is the competition.
So for sustainability, there must be consistency.
I like to say that whatever goes up doesn't come down. Some people were trying to advise me to go into fraud because they were like, David, you have the brain.
Yeah.
Right? No, when they see someone that is smart, that's the first thing. Tell you, you have the brain. If you do this, you're going to blow up.
There's no job now to be expecting jobs so much from government. Before you graduate, just have plan B on what to do.
You can't expect to plan today and reap first thing tomorrow morning. We want change, we want success, but we don't have any value in the ecosystem to offer. Both the rich, the poor, anybody, they all have troubles. So there's no excuse to not building value whilst you're facing challenges. Challenges are different, right? So that's why there's this saying that the rich also what? Cry. Why do they cry? Challenges. Challenges are different, of course. But the point is that whilst a lot of people see it as challenges, you want to see it as opportunity. Like I said, for me, for example, I came from a place called Ajegule. Whilst there were a lot of things that I see that were looking like challenges, I had to reorient myself. I used to tell people that what you see often is who you will become very soon. I'll say it again. What you see often is who you will become with very soon. So if you see it as challenges are stumbling block. What is the work of challenging and stumbling block? It makes you fall. But if you see it as opportunity, you imagine coming from a poor background and you see it as, okay, if I tell the world that I came from this background, it's going to motivate somebody. You are now seeing it not as an excuse, but rather as an opportunity to become somebody better. So if you are struggling currently, you have life challenges, you want to understand that you can scale from that challenges when you sell something, when you build something, not when you complain about it, not when you talk about it, not when you share it, but when you solve a problem. So it comes back to the first point. You are in challenges, quite all right. What are you doing about it? What problem are you looking to solve? Oh, what skill are you learning? What knowledge are you going for? What value are you offering? What are you doing to make yourself better? Because you won't change your life. The way you change your life is by changing you internally. Right? So that's why as a man thinketh what? So if you cannot change your mentality, what is your psychology about money? You understand? So once you can, first of all, change yourself, go for knowledge, go for skills, go for things that better you as an individual, and then you start selling those value to people. That is when you can now start changing. See, challenges will not go, but you will get better. So it's how you can have challenges, but you have now mastered the challenges. The challenges no longer get to you. But does it mean the challenges are not there?
No,
it is there. But you now, you've mastered it. And the thing is that even when you grow in life, you meet new challenges, but you just master it. It's a cycle. You meet challenges, you master it, you use the challenges to your advantage, and it becomes a cycle.
Okay. So break out from that challenge. Oh, I don't have money. I will have started business. I don't have money. And you remain there. You didn't make any effort. Your handset is there to Google and look for one or two persons, either at any NGO or whatever that can help. You don't remain there. I have challenges. I came from a poor background. No, break it. My parents are poor, but I'm not going to poor. Because when you come out, you see help. That is true. But if you remain, I have challenges. I don't know. You will not see help. Because, for example, if you don't approach me, I don't know your problems. But if you approach me, this is my problem. How can we solve it? Then I'll be able to provide solution. I'll be able to say, okay, do this. That's how it is. So don't always like challenges and just remain there. No, it should not weigh you down. Get up and break it. And then you see solution will come. That's it. Please, second question.
So the second question, how can young people build an entrepreneurship structure around their business? Now, first of all, I would say know your product. What do you want to sell? That's even the main important thing. What do you want to sell? Trust me, everybody can be selling air, but you can have something around it. Oh, I make your air so you can look confident. Or create a message around, let people understand that, oh, for example, this person charges 5K, me I charge 15K, and that's because if I make your air, you stand out. So that could be your message. That's your product. You know what you have. So, but you have to be good at that thing you do. Then secondly, know your audience. Now, for example, if you make air, what kind of air do you make will also determine the kind of audience So there are some kind of air you make, for example, people like Madam Marylis, for example, can be your audience. I don't know if you understand. right? So there are some errors you make, for example, that are subjected to people of lower standards. There are some errors you make that are suggested to what people of higher standards. So you have to know what you do, right? Know your product and know your audience. And three, market to your audience. It's called go-to-market strategy. See, no customer will come and find you. You have to what? Go look for customers. I tell people that the only place customers come to meet you is a physical market. And that's because, for example, Computer Village that is close by, for example, it's called Computer Village because people know if I want to repair my gadget, I go there, or anything electronics. So if you get a shop in Computer Village, people will come and find you. That's because you, but then how much is it to get a shop? How much is it to set up? You know how expensive it is, right? But then you have your phone, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok.
Just said it.
Let's even list social media. You attend a church, you attend a mosque, and they don't know you offer this service.
I wonder.
And you're blaming God.
How will patronage come?
How will patronage come? So if you don't talk about it, see, like for me, for example, I run a tech startup. Everywhere I go, I tell people, guy, you use WhatsApp. Of course, I can build an AI agent that can help you respond to message. I don't use it that much, but I'll talk to somebody. If I don't talk to somebody, I've told you. Right? Conversations about you can only spawn off when they know that you even have a solution to offer. So most of us were too silent. And that's like we say, like, a closed mouth is a what? A closed destiny. So how do you break into the place of destiny where your mouth is closed? So every day, open your camera and make a video. You don't have to say, don't worry about being perfect. Just put something out there. Hey, hi everybody, without your Android phone. Hi everybody, my name is Abu David. I sell wigs. Come and buy wigs for me. Post it. See, you might post it today, might not get a customer, but when you keep posting and posting and posting, somebody will take note. Somebody will be like, this guy have been posting about hair, and the hair is not actually bad. Let me give it a trial.
Yes.
And it starts with a trial, because when you get the first customer, one thing I always tell people is when you get a customer, don't just allow the customers go. Tell them, can you help me refer to people? Or can you do a feedback video? Now, this is one thing about you, man, when you run a business, is that people know what to do, but people will not do it if you don't tell them to do it. So, for example, when we came into this place, what was the first thing we did? We give you a set of instructions. So, because when there is no law, there's no sin. You understand? So, when you run a business, and you don't tell people, please tell people about my business. They won't tell people even though they like it. So, you must tell them, I love this hair, I love your makeup. Please let me tell your friends so that I do makeup. If you even bring 2 of your friends, your next one is free. You have to be smart. As a business owner, know how to get, because when you are the only one talking about your business, you can only grow as limited. But when people are talking about your business, trust me, customers will come from different places that you do not expect.
And at the center, I also need to put some structures down. Don't just want to say, I'm CEO or I'm an entrepreneur. No. What are your goals? What are your visions?
Your visions, yeah.
What are your objectives? What are your mission statement? There's something you want to reach the world. So those things, small things, need to be put down, because they're also going to guide you. So when you're doing what you just said now, it's also a guide. Then if you don't speak, that's why something, I'm sure before we started, one of my staff already said, share it, like it, share. That's what we're talking about. Don't keep quiet. Just don't come here like audience here now. Just sit down like that. The day of when we want to, when we want to air, you expect them also to watch it, to view yourself and see how you comport yourself, see how you ask questions. So those are things. And then share, like, and all those stuff. So that's how you also build your own. It's not going to come from heaven to do that. If you don't use your mouth, there's no shame there. There's no shame.
Yeah, the only CEO you're permitted to be as a new starter is Chief Everything Officer. That's the only CEO you're permitted to be. You can't be a 5-star and you're a CEO. You're not a CEO yet. Trust me.
So the CEO means Chief Everything Officer.
That's...
It's also CEO. Wonderful. The next question.
Question number 3 says, why do some people make money consistently while others struggle even with the same opportunity?
See?
So opportunities are like, let me use this analogy. That let's say, for example, this is an old glass. If you pour a new wine into it, it doesn't change the content of this glass. So it means that 2 people can receive a piece of information, but the 2 people do not see it as opportunity. One sees it as a problem, the other sees it as an opportunity. And that, see, as an entrepreneur, you want to do everything possible to work on yourself internally. Because I can give you a lot of strategies on how you can make money consistently with the same. But the truth is that you won't even know it is an opportunity if you are not trained to see problem as opportunity. One of the interesting things I discovered that in China, their word for problem is translated as opportunity.
Can you imagine?
So it means, do you know what it means as a culture whereby the young people do not know what problem is? So if something is not working, they are seeing it as an opportunity to solve and make money. So because problem will always be problem will always be there. Every business is as a result of problem. And that's because the ones that are making money, they are seeing it as an opportunity to make money. Whilst you are seeing it like, oh, Nigeria is not doing this, it's a problem. No, that same problem, that same land, people are reaping 100-fold. Oh, there's no water, beautiful. Create a solution around it, right? So there's always a solution around your problem, but you must train your mind. If you have to read books, say I can give you strategies, but I don't want to do that. Read books, listen to podcasts like this, go to events, go to trainings, go to conferences, go to business summits, because you can't do beyond what you know. You can only work as much as the knowledge base you have.
Yes.
Right? You can't see further than you are trained to see.
You can't give what you don't have.
You can't give what you don't have.
Well.
So you can't make money consistently by seeing opportunities in problem if you as a person, you're not trained to see problems as opportunity. So it's a mindset thing. It's more of a mindset thing than just strategies. Trust me. Then I think we have just 2 questions. So the fourth one is that what skill or mindset shift do young people need to stay relevant in the future at work? I love this a lot. So I want to tell you, as a young person in the house, what skill? I won't name specific skill, but I'll just tell you that look at skills that goes in the direction of what the world is going. So right now, for example, the world is going into artificial intelligence, social media, digital. Even if you do a skill that is not digital based, at least use digital medium to push the skill. You can't be an entrepreneur in this era and you say, oh, I don't like social. You don't need to like social media. AI, for example, is here to stay. Are you asking yourself, how can AI better my business? Oh, for example, I'm a business owner. I cannot pay a video editor. There's an AI tool to edit videos. There's an AI tool to do graphics. I can't pay a graphics designer. There's no excuse anymore because AI is there. So you as a young person, you want to learn skills that are relevant with the time. Trust me, a lot of things that we do today will no longer be needful. Yeah. Because if I can use an AI tool in 5 seconds to do it, why do I have to pay you 5,000 naira to do it in 5 hours? So you want to ask yourself, what are the skills that is AI? So learn, like for example, digital skills, learn AI skills, learn the simple art of even making a video, content creation. Content creation is not going anywhere. Because if you run a business, you still need to push your business. Learn content, learn the art of talking, marketing. Learn marketing, learn sales, learn how to convince people, how to persuade people to buy your product. Don't take no for an answer. The worst you can do is if they tell you, oh, I'm not interested, tell them, do you know somebody that is interested?
Bernie.
Don't take no for an answer. So you can't just, oh, people say that, no. And if they give you feedback as an entrepreneur, this is what I would just say to this question. The last thing is, if they give you feedback, please, criticism is not because they hate you, it's because they want you to grow.
Do better, grow.
You make an air for 5 hours and the person tell you this air is rubbish. Please don't be offended. I can do that and beg you this one. Take it, ask the person, okay, why do you think it is rubbish? Let the person tell you and then use that thing to improve.
Yes.
Just trust me, if you do better, you will get better customers.
Woo.
Trust me. And then the last question is how can you raise money as an entrepreneur in Nigeria up to date? So first of all, I want to say that as a business owner, we don't have a money problem. Most times we have a mindset problem. I'm still coming back to mindset. Sometimes you don't need money to start. The most time you need money is to scale.
To scale up, yeah.
It's to scale up, not to start. Because you need to test the business. You need to know, okay, imagine you go and borrow money to start a business that people do not need. So have you created a prototype? In tech, we call it MVP, minimum viable product. Create something called a prototype. Okay, you make air. Let me use that. Instead of you looking for a customer, because you cannot spoil my air and I'll arrest you. So you have a younger sister, you have that person in your compound. Use the person, that's what kind of prototype. Plate the person's air. Take a picture, take a video, tell the world, this is how your hair will look like if I touch it, if I handle it. That person becomes your prototype. If you spoil the person's hair, the person cannot beat it, it's free. I don't know if you understand. Yes. So you cannot, if the hair comes out good, you cannot borrow money to now scale it. Oh, I want to buy this too, so that instead of doing 5 hair per day, I can do 20 hair per day. So you are borrowing money to scale a product not to build a product, because if you are building a product, you don't know if the audience will buy it or not. So you must first test every solution before you borrow money. And then secondly, I'm going to give, okay, please, thank you. So, and then I also say this, that when it comes to borrowing money, I'll mention 3 ways to borrow money. One is, I'll start from the one, friends and family.
Yeah.
We think when you want to borrow money, you have to go and look for institution. Some of you have brothers that can give you 100k, 50k.
Yeah.
That they will not, like you said, tariff. They won't ask you for tariff. They won't ask you for interest. But you have to be a good person. If you borrow money, pay back, right? That's why they will not borrow you.
Your family members can actually raise the money for you without you ask you to pay back.
Exactly. Some of them, if they see that it's for your good. Because of course, if you are disturbing me for 5k every day, and I know if I give you 100k, you will not ask me again. I will gather it and give it to you.
Once I see that what you do before me is good, it's something viable, why not?
But most of us, even our family members, we have not convinced them of what we have. You understand? So 2, friends and family, that's 1. 2, there's what called angel investors.
Yes, of course.
Angel investors are not your friends and family. They might not be related by blood, but these are people you know. We will say like they get back. You know that these ones, they are doing well. They have money, right? So you want to reach out to them. These ones, they will give you without a contract. If you can convince them that, okay, can you give me 100k? I'll give you 120k in 3 months. This is what I'm building. This is what I'm doing. So, but then this one, there is a limit to how much they can give to you.
Of course, it's normal.
And then third is the corporate ventures. Like, corporate ventures, like the most popular, like Lapo, for example, Lapo Finance Banks. But you have to be able to convince them also. You need to have a business plan that, okay, what you're doing would work. There are others, there's Bank of Industry. And then there's also one, NGOs, right? And then there are grants. See, there are a lot of grants out there, but the problem is that you can't get opportunities if you don't look for opportunities.
Exactly.
We are in an era where opportunities will not come to you. You go online,
go for it,
check Google. If you are an craft person, opportunity for craftsmen, opportunities for tech businesses, opportunities for this. There are people who are giving free money, but you don't know about it because you're not looking for it. You understand? So you must look for it to get it. So I think I've been able to answer that question. And if you're here, of course.
Thank you so much. I've already said it all. So what's your parting words now?
Okay, so my parting words is this, that you have what it takes, right? And if you don't have what it takes, go and learn what it takes. But the most important thing is that success doesn't come to those who deserve it. Success comes to those who execute ruthlessly. Trust me, you can know everything and not get everything if you don't do everything according to the knowledge. So if you know better, you can do better. But if you don't do better, you won't have better. And like I said lastly, that just because you know doesn't mean you would get. And just because you do also don't mean you would get. So you have to do with distinction. You have to do it. You have to execute better than everybody. And you have to be strategic about your execution. Thank you so much.
Well, knowledge is power, they say. He has shared his knowledge to you youths, and I believe you will listen more to him because it's within your age. And if these opportunities are actually before us, what are we waiting for? What are you waiting for? So get up. Stop sleeping and stretch your legs. No. Do something with your handset, even at home. COVID even taught us now to work remotely, to work at home. At home, you can do your job with your handset. Don't use your handset now for things that will not pay you anything. Go to TikTok and watch all the rubbish in the TikTok and all those things. No. Nude pictures and all, pornography and all. What for? Use your handset to do something good and fetch food on your table that you live from that level of begging to level of giving. Be a blessing now to people. Not give me. You give out now. Because you have made good use of your opportunity. Yes. All right, I'll stop there. So Dave, thank you so much for your contribution and your time with us. I also want to appreciate God for giving us the opportunity also to do this. Without him, we can't be here. And of course, the production crew for a job well done. Audience seated here, thank you so much. And our viewers over there too, thank you. Having said this, I want to invite artist Eniola to sign out this program. Join us next week on all our social media handles. I am Ahilis, your host. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
View with Ahilis. Whatever I say, I go do it.
When